Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss chemical properties of 17th group elements and anomalous behavior of fluorine. Okay, due to some reasons, fluorine shows anomalous behavior. What is the meaning of anomalous behavior? Different from group elements. We called as anomalous behavior. Different from the group elements we called as anomalous behavior. Fluorine shows anomalous behavior. Why fluorine shows anomalous behavior? And we'll see what are the anomalous properties of fluorine. First, why fluorine shows anomalous behavior? Okay, small atomic size. Due to small atomic size, it has high electronegativity. Okay, due to small atomic size and high electronegativity. And here high bond dissociation energy. Due to this high bond dissociation energy and repulsive forces between okay 2p orbitals. Due to these reasons, fluorine shows anomalous behavior. That means it differs from the 17th group element. What are the anomalous properties of fluorine? Okay, here we'll see the anomalous properties of fluorine. One more reason is there, and lack of d orbitals. It doesn't contain d orbital. Okay, lack of d orbital. Okay, it shows anomalous behavior. And here, what are the anomalous properties of fluorine? Okay, due to all these reasons, fluorine exhibit -1 oxidation state only. Fluorine exhibits -1 oxidation state only. This we called as unielectronegative. Okay, due to these reasons, fluorine exhibit only -1 oxidation state. It never exhibit any other oxidation state. And here, due to lack of d orbital, it never expand octet rule. It never expand the octet. And due to the lack of d orbital, it is not involved in formation of pi bond. Okay, not involved formation of pi bond. And here it has more electronegative due to the lack of d orbital, not involving in the formation of pi bond and not expand the octet rule. It exhibit only unielectronegative and highly reactive. It is highly reactive. Fluorine is highly reactive. And here it never formed the pi bond. It more reactive and not involved in the formation of the pi bond. And here it not expand the octet. It always exhibit only -1 oxidation state. And here hydrofluoric acid, hydrogen fluoride is a liquid. Due to the more electronegativity of fluorine. Okay, why it is liquid? Okay, due to the more electronegativity of fluorine, hydrofluoric acid involves in hydrofluoric acid involves in intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, hydrofluoric acid is liquid. Hydrochloric acid, here, hydrochloric acid is gas. Hydrochloric acid is gas. Okay, hydrofluoric acid. One more question. Hydrofluoric acid liquid, hydrochloric acid is gas. What is the reason? Hydrofluoric acid, due to the more electronegativity of fluorine. Okay, due to the anomalous behavior of fluorine or more electronegativity of fluorine. Okay, hydrofluoric acid involves in intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, hydrofluoric acid is liquid. Hydrofluoric acid is liquid. Okay, here these are the anomalous properties of fluorine. These are the reasons. Okay, this is the important question for 3 marks. Okay, this is about the anomalous behavior of fluorine. In continuation, we'll see the chemical properties of 17th group elements. Chemical properties means reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen, reaction with halogen, reaction with nitrogen. Okay, here reaction with nitrogen. Reaction with oxygen. Okay, here we have the important chemical properties are there. We'll see here important chemical properties of 17th group elements. First chemical property, reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. Okay, here 17th group elements. Here I am taking as a 17th group elements M. Already we know about the 17th group elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Astatine is the radioactive element, so we can't consider the chemical properties of astatine. Okay, here M is the 17th group elements, reacts with hydrogen. Okay, M is the more electronegative than hydrogen, so always it is presented right side of the M, right side of the H. Right side of the H will get the HM, will get the M2. Halogen means M2, H2 will get the HM. HM means hydrogen reacts with fluorine, forms hydrofluoric acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrochromic acid, hydroiodic acid. Hydroiodic acid. Okay, here when we are see the physical state of this one, hydrofluoric acid is liquid, hydrochloric acid is gas, hydrobromic acid is gas, hydroiodic acid also gas. Hydroiodic acid also gas. Due to the less electronegativity of chlorine and bromine and iodine, okay, here these are the gases. Fluoric acid, only hydrofluoric acid is liquid. Okay, previously we discussed about that one. Okay, here all these lose the H plus ion. All these lose the H plus ion in aqueous solution. According to the Arrhenius acid base theory, all these lose the H plus ion in aqueous solution. So all these are the Arrhenius acids. Arrhenius acids. Okay, how Arrhenius acidic strength changes in this HF to HI. Okay, depends on only bond dissociation energy. Depends on only bond dissociation energy. HF has more bond dissociation energy. HCl, then HCl, then HBr, then HI due to the more electronegativity of fluorine. So, here it requires less bond dissociation energy. So it easily decompose. Okay, it easily deionize. Okay, dissociate into H plus and I minus ion. So it exhibits more and more acidic strength. It exhibits more and more acidic nature, or it exhibits the acidic strength, more acidic strength. Then HBr, then HCl. Okay, then HCl. So HI is more acidic. HI is the more acidic than the HBr and HCl and HF. Okay, it depends on only bond dissociation energy. Okay, here bond dissociation. HF is has more bond dissociation energy than HCl, than HBr, than HI. It depends on bond dissociation, depends on electronegativity. Bond dissociation depends on electronegativity. Acidic nature depends on size of the atom and as well as electronegativity and bond dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy. This is about the first chemical property, reaction with hydrogen. 17th group elements reaction with hydrogen and form HM type of hydrides or halides. HM type of halides. Then second chemical property. We'll see the in continuation second chemical property, reaction with metals. Reaction with metal. You take any metal, for example, first group elements M1, second group elements means M2, third group elements means M3, fourth group elements means M4. Here reacts with halogen. Reacts with halogen means 17th group elements. Reacts with halogen, 17th group elements. What happened? First group elements forms MX type of halides. MX type of halides. Suppose for example, lithium chloride, sodium chloride, here potassium chloride, rubidium chloride, cesium chloride, like that. Second group elements, M2 means second group elements. Second group elements form MX22 type of halides. Magnesium chloride, beryllium chloride, here calcium chloride, strontium chloride, barium chloride, like that. Here 13th group elements, boron family forms MX4. Here MX3 type halides. Suppose for example, boron trichloride, boron trifluoride, boron tribromide, aluminium trichloride, gallium trichloride, gallium tribromide, indium trichloride. All those are the best example for the here 17th group element halides. Here 13th group halides. 13th group halides here. Here 14th group elements reacts with halogen and form MX4 type of halides. Suppose for example, carbon tetrachloride, carbon tetrabromide, carbon tetraiodide, carbon tetrafluoride. All those are the best example for the here halides of 17th group elements with the 14th group elements. These are the example for the, and suppose iron is there. Iron also reacts with chlorine and forms iron, ferric chloride and ferrous chloride, stannous chloride, stannic chloride. Different metal halides are available in the nature and in the present in the chemistry. This is about the reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. In continuation, here we'll see the reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. Here 17th group elements reaction with oxygen and form various types of oxides. For example, fluorine reaction with oxygen forms OF2 and O2F2. Due to the more electronegativity of fluorine than oxygen, it forms only fluorides. This is called oxygen difluoride. OF2 we called as oxygen difluoride. O2F2 we called as dioxygen difluoride. Instead of oxides, fluorine forms fluorides due to the more electronegativity of fluorine than oxygen. But here, chlorine reacts with oxygen. Here, oxygen is more electronegative than chlorine, so we'll get the oxides. Here we'll get the oxide. We'll get here chlorine monoxide, chlorine dioxide, chlorine monoxide, chlorine dioxide, chlorine hexoxide, chlorine trioxide we called, chlorine heptoxide. Some more oxides are there, but those are unstable. This may be written like this: chlorine trioxide also, Cl2O3. In Cl2O, chlorine oxidation state is +1. In ClO2, okay, chlorine oxidation state is okay +4. Okay, here in this chlorine oxidation state is okay +3, and here +7 oxidation state. Okay, here bromine reacts with oxygen and forms bromine monoxide, bromine dioxide, and here bromine pentoxide, bromine hexoxide. And here iodine also reacts with oxygen and forms iodine trioxide, I2O6, iodine tetroxide, iodine pentoxide, iodine heptoxide or iodine pentoxide also is there. Okay, this iodine pentoxide, one of the important oxidizing agent. Iodine pentoxide is one of the important oxidizing agent. This is the important oxidizing agent. This is used for the iodine pentoxide, used for the estimation of carbon monoxide. This iodine pentoxide is used as oxidizing agent, and this is used for the estimation of carbon monoxide. These are the different oxides of fluorine, oxides of chlorine, oxides of bromine, and oxides of iodine, and importance of reaction with oxygen. Reaction with halogen. Halogen reacts with halogen. Here halogen indicate with the X2. One more halogen indicate with the A2. This is the halogen. This is also halogen. This is X2 means more electronegative than A. A less electronegative than X. That means here X is the more electronegative than A. Halogen reacts with another halogen, forms such type of compounds we called as interhalogens. Interhalogen compounds. Halogen reacts with another halogen, forms such compounds called as interhalogens. Interhalogens are 4 types. How many types? 4 types. What are those? AX type interhalogens. Here AX3 type interhalogens, and here AX5 type interhalogens, and here AX7 type interhalogens. How many types of interhalogens were found? 4 types. What are those? AX type interhalogens, AX3 type interhalogens, AX5 type interhalogens, and AX7 type interhalogens. Here halogen reacts with another halogen, forms 4 types of compounds. Such compounds we called as interhalogen compounds. How many types of interhalogen compounds are there? 4 types. What are those? One is AX type interhalogens, and second one is AX3 type interhalogens, and third one is AX5 type interhalogens, and fourth one is AX7 type interhalogens. These are the 4 interhalogen compounds. Here in continuation we'll discuss about the interhalogen compounds, and here in this molecule, here A should be lesser electronegative than X. That means here A is equal to, always A, it may be chlorine, it may be bromine, or it may be iodine. Okay, X, it may be fluorine, it may be chlorine, it may be bromine. It never be iodine. It never be iodine. Okay, we don't have the chlorine iodide. We have different types. Example for these interhalogens. Okay, AX type interhalogen. Example for AX type interhalogens, ClF, chlorine fluoride. Okay, AX3 type, ClF3. AX5 type, okay, BrF5 or BrCl5. Okay, here AX7 type, one of the best example for this one, iodine heptafluoride, IF7. Bromine pentafluoride or bromine pentachloride. Chlorine trifluoride, chlorine fluoride. These are the example for the interhalogens. What are interhalogen? Halogen reacts with another halogen, forms compounds. Such compounds we called as interhalogen compound. Okay, interhalogen compounds. Except chlorine fluoride, remaining all interhalogens are solid molecule. Chlorine fluoride only gas. Remaining all interhalogen compounds are solids. Okay, this is about the chemical properties of 17th group elements. Chemical properties of 17th group elements. In continuation, we'll see some more important compounds of 17th group elements. In that way, we'll discuss interhalogen compound, preparation and properties of preparation, properties, structure of interhalogen compound. Okay, after that, here halogen oxoacids. Halogen forms 4 types of oxoacids. We'll see in continuation 4 oxoacids along with their structure, and dichlorine, and that means chlorine molecule Cl2, and hydrochloric acid. Preparation, properties of hydrochloric acid, and dichlorine, preparation, properties and structure of dichlorine. We'll see in continuation the topic. Thank you.